bad today, so can't spray, so just as well do this. I don't even remember when this was planted. I think it was the 27th of April or something, so it's kind of one of the more early ones, so I don't know how many leaves are on it. A little early to be side dressing yet, probably, but I don't know, it seems like every year that I do it a little bit later, I'm not as happy because whatever you run over dies. This, it still has a chance to come back, so. And then it seems like we always turn off dry, which we're fairly dry anyways, but always too dry and never get a rain to work it in, so. So we'll try her a little early this year. Get her done here, so it's Memorial Day weekend. It's not too bad of a place to be right here. Well, we're gaining. Rows are getting shorter. This ground's really soft. Really flinging the dirt. They're not even in the ground, maybe 2 inches. Maybe not even that far sometimes. I think this is probably where I'm getting part of my weed problem, because the last couple years I've sprayed and then I come back and side dress and I'm kicking all this dirt up. I think that's where my dirty fields are coming from, so I don't know, we're gonna try it either way. So far there's outside edges, there's weeds, but down through the main part of the field, I use Balanced Flex, and it working really good. So the only complaint I got is some of the lighter areas, and wherever I doubled up, kind of turned the corn a little more yellow. So kind of dinged it a little bit, but overall it's holding really well. Well, we're on to another one. Yeah. Rolling along. It's quite a bit smaller corn. Wasn't planted that much later, but I don't know, I want to say a week to 10 days later than the last field we were in. But it's got a real nice stand, so it's looking better after. It was kind of yellow. It's getting more of the green color back to it after today. A little heat and a little sunshine goes a long ways. So, well, this is the test plot that was planted, I think about 3 weeks ago today. The rest of this field was, there's just 24 rows across the field. The other corn was planted 27th, so it's been a little over a month. But, so you can tell the difference, it's just that week in there. I got a lot of heat, so. But the stand, looks like we got about the same stand on both, so. As far as that goes, that didn't matter too much. My window's getting dirtier. So for the most part, most of the corn looks pretty good, I think. And usually there's always somebody that asks me why there's a gap in between. This is a 11 Coulter machine, puts the nitrogen in between the 2 rows. And the outside 2, the orifice for the spray tip is a little bit bigger. So basically it just puts on a heavier rate on those outside ones to feed more to that outside row. So that's why it skips in the middle, or skips in between 2 rows there. It's putting on more on the outsides to feed that outside row. So most of you probably knew that, but Seems like every time I do this, I always have somebody ask me that. So, probably gonna have Logan come out and show him how to run it. Some mess of wires in here for the power. Just got it rigged up there. Should be able to get done today with what I gotta do. So, but this will teach him how to run it, and maybe somebody will learn a thing or two on here also. All right, we're on the crash course here. Hold on, hold on. Don't be putting it in gear. What are you forgetting? This hydraulic pump.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta have the pump on to pump. And what do we say? Always put it into flow, right?
Yes, once you're done.
Well, because otherwise it's like going 100 mile an hour and throwing a car in reverse, right? So, okay, you want to lock it into constant. Okay, so now it should be building pressure. Sometimes it gets air in it, but okay. Now here's your rate controller. So back there, where all them wires go to them black deals, there's a valve, and then that little white puck there, that's gonna tell that your speed. So as faster you go, it's gonna open up that valve to let more flow go out to the tips, and this is gonna turn that valve on to open up. And you can set your rates 1 or 2. We got it set at rate 1 with what we want. So, well, use the clutch when you're doing this. Put it in like 6th gear probably. Okay, so you're lined up on your track. Okay. Turn it on. Up. Okay, keep turning, because you're clear over here. Yep, get on there. Keep bumping that a little bit because it keeps sounding like it's struggling or something. Now, this thing's not the best row crop tractor. When you turn, you got to turn. You got to keep it turned. But at the same time, you want to try to put your front tires where it's going to go in between the rows. So half the time I do it, if I aim for the rows, it seems like then I miss them. doing all right, so I'm off doing other jobs. Ooh, that's a big one. Oh, I know it's got some dirt on it, but that's a big rock. Oh. The old 44. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm back at it. Got a relay or something go, and the air conditioner's not working, the radio's not working, so I guess, well, he wanted help going around the windmill, and then I think he decided that wasn't as much fun as it was when the radio was working and the air conditioner works. But less than 10 acres left here, so it won't take long. My AC kicked back in. I charged it up earlier, or tried to, and it wasn't running at all, so hopefully I didn't overcharge it now. But the radio's still not working, so oh well. The field's about over with, so went many years with no radio and no air conditioner, so I think I can handle it. It's like the good old days, huh? Well, here's the transition from, this is the corn that was planted. The first stuff I planted, it came up. The stand isn't perfect, but it's not too bad. And that's the stuff that was planted, I don't know, close to a month later. Well, it wasn't a month, but 3 weeks anyways. So there's not a whole lot of difference. Well, I think some people like these treasure hunts. It's hard to do one-handed. Need like a camera mount or something, or a phone mount. Well, it isn't so terribly big, I guess, but decent enough. Got that thing in the wrong spot, it would do some damage. So, it's not small by no means. Yeah. Bad part about this is now we got a giant hole we got to watch out for.